What if Fem Deku was Queen Chrysalis? Now, before we start this, I am changing one small detail from their power. From where they technically drain love energy, I'm changing that to where they drain people's energy. So, like stamina. That's the only minor change I'll be making to the story. Anyway, let's get started. We go on to Queen Chrysalis, who's currently hiding out in the Hive with the rest of her subordinates. As one of them questions, Queen Chrysalis, ma'am, why do we have to stay here in the Hive? That's simple, changeling. The heroes don't appreciate our looks. And especially, we must have as much energy they provide. The heroes give us plenty of energy in their battles. We simply drain it from the shadows, and it keeps us well fed. The heroes are technically giving us all of our energy, our supplies, our food. I understand that, but why can't we just roam around outside the Hive? Why can only a few of us be out at a time? I cannot trust the heroes nor the other people outside. They will judge us, as they always done with our kind. What do you mean, Queen Chrysalis? That's all in the past. Anyway, Blue. Yes, ma'am. I have a mission for you. Yes? Some of the changelings will be out. I suspect you lead some more. And gather as much energy as you can. Send them across the city. We're running low on food. We need as much energy as possible. Yes, my queen. I'll gather the force and send them immediately. And Green. As the green changeling walks forward. Yes, ma'am. I hear we have some interesting information happening. Some people may be catching on to our location. Try to stop that if you can. I'll work on it. We cannot let anyone find our location. We just need to, hopefully, no one finds it. As we go to another room with several of the guards, as the changeling starts talking amongst themselves. So why are we always stuck in here, sir? Simple. Once, a long time ago, Queen Chrysalis and our elders had gone after a town. It was a while back, I would say, a few 20, 30 years. They had gone after a town to take all the energy. The hero of that time was very formidable, causing several damage to the Hive, leaving us in shambles. We managed to recover, though, thanks to Queen Chrysalis' tactics. We are not to make a big power play until it's time, or whatever Queen Chrysalis decides. We're simply here to report and gather energy. Now come on, changelings. We need to gather as much food as possible. We need to keep the Hive fed. Yes, sir. As they start to fly outside the Hive, as Green's team starts talking to him. So, Green, how did you get to your position? After all, you're actually at high rank up there. Hard work. I was also draining several of the top-tier heroes a while back. From the shadows, of course. All Might's energy was a very rare energy. You get your hands on that, you'd pretty much get a promotion immediately. How did you get his energy without him noticing? He's one of the more harder people, if I heard. It was a while ago. He was in a fight. Ever since then, I got a high promotion into commander. What about Blue? He was part of that war where Chrysalis was in. The queen. I see. Why does Chrysalis have a grudge of us not going out in groups? Or in big numbers? The times have changed. We used to do that. The heroes caught on. So we simply erased our existence, and we gather energy from the shadows. Last time we did something too powerful. It ended up backfiring, although we had enough energy to feed the hive for a while. The losses amounted. I see. But that wouldn't explain why we all have to stay here. We could separate, go to many cities, and gather as much energy as possible. That's true. But we must stay vigilant. Anyway, this is where we split from here. Gather as much energy as can and take it back to the hive. Yes, sir. As they split up. As we go to a street where the sludge villain is holding Bakugo captive, and Death Arms is there. As one of the changelings arrive on the rooftop. Oh, what do we have here? It seems like that sludge villain has quite a lot of energy. But so does he. For now, I'll focus on the sludge guy. As he starts ciphering energy little by little from the sludge person holding Bakugo captive. Not the best energy. I gotta say, his energy tastes awful. But I must grab energy to feed the hive. As he starts to cipher more. The sludge villain is feeling a bit weaker. And this is around the time where All Might comes in. Oh, and the weather changes and all that. His punch. And a lot of heroes are applying. That's starting up a big crowd. I shouldn't stay here. And he starts to walk away. As one of the bystanders known a bug-like leg leave from the rooftop. But that's all they saw. As they go back to the hive. As we go to Chrysalis herself. Times are rough around here. The heroes have already caught on, I'm pretty sure. If not, they will sooner or later. But that doesn't matter. If they do, I have a force ready to fight back. As long as they don't find this place, we should be good. For now, at least. As a changeling comes in. Ma'am. Why, yes. A few of our men that went out to gather energy came back. Good. Distribute between the hive. I do have to say something, Queen Chrysalis. We may need to decipher some high-level enemies or heroes' energy to feed the hive properly. As us just ciphering little people with the amount of men we send out is barely keeping the hive fed. Don't judge my orders. As she glares at the changeling. Sorry, ma'am. I understand that times are tough around here. After all, we have not forgotten about the battle 20 years ago. Of course, ma'am. You had a fierce battle with the hero Nana Shimura? Yes. A powerful foe. I managed to siphon some of her energy myself before being sent flying. Luckily, at the time, she was battling another villain known as All for One. When she caught on to my plans. So at that time, I managed to get away. But the casualties were really amounting compared to the fight. So she's the only person that knows of our existence. Not true. The villain All for One was aware I was there. So he also knows I exist. Although one of them may be out of the picture, I doubt All for One is gone. Why do you say that, ma'am? Villains can be very persistent. They've escaped death a lot, and a few of my enemies have escaped my grasps before. That's impossible. Everyone that's gone up against you has never come back alive. Not true. Nana Shimura was, I believe, the second. Who was the first? That is none of your concern. Sorry, ma'am. I overstepped my bounds. It's fine to ask questions. But just know this. We have some very likely news that the heroes may have found this place. I don't think they have, considering we've hit it well. But I want you to have a few men scope out the area. Check the perimeter. If the heroes know of this place, or know of us, I want it to be known and told to me. Yes, ma'am. As the guard leaves. What am I doing? Being a little bit paranoid. Of course they haven't found this place. It's been 20 years. The only person to know of it was Nana Shimura. So there's nothing to worry about. As she sits down, as we go to a heroes meeting, the only scene I forgot to set up, but we go to a heroes meeting, as it's talking about heroes, as All Might brings up an old fact, that a story that Nana Shimura had told him. So I was told about this enemy my master fought, and I think they're still around. As he pulls up an image of a changeling, as it seemed to be caught on security camera at the top of the roof. Why bring this up now? Simple. My master came in contact with one of these a while back. She had fought the person. Fought them. They seemed to gather some sort of energy or something. And they're obviously up to no good. We need to stop whatever they're planning. Because whatever they're planning, it's not good. As we go to a few changelings around the city, gathering as much energy as possible. As a few of them start to gather up back at the Hive after returning. Looks like everyone's back. How is energy harvesting? Pretty easy, actually. Several places. Why is Green Chrysalis sending out more changelings than usual, though? As Blue speaks up. Isn't it obvious? She's feeding the Hive or gathering energy for a time. We do this every year or so. Oh, I see. I'm just new amongst these ranks. It's fine, rookie. After all, it takes time, especially with the patience of Queen Chrysalis. She does not have the best patience. Surprisingly, she held out this long for 20 years without sending an attack upon a city. And why do you say that, sir? Queen Chrysalis, our queen, doesn't really have the patience for a lot of things. But ever since the battle with Nana Shimura 20 years ago, she's held back our forces from striking again. For an unknown reason. I'm not sure what reason, in fact. Well, thank you for telling me the story, sir. Well, anyway, deliver the energy, spread it through the Hive. We meet back here in a little bit. As we just go back to the heroes' meeting, where they had finished discussing, and now they think they know where her hideout is. As several days later, as some heroes stumble across changelings flying through the forest, as Endeavor and several other heroes see this, and they start following them, where they see an entrance with two guards. Two guards there. As they start to see the nest. So that's where they are. As they're preparing to attack, Endeavor has an idea. Why don't we just burn them out? Why? That thing doesn't look structurally sound. Once set ablaze, the whole place will catch fire. Yes, smart move. As Endeavor walks into the hive. As then the changelings all spot him. Intruder! Intruder! As several of the changelings rush at him as Endeavor does his fire, hitting several of the changelings aside. As Gregan starts to decipher his energy. I don't think so. As Endeavor starts to use a huge flash, just lighting everything around while the changelings are fighting him. On fire. As we go back to Chrysalis' room. Queen Chrysalis! As the changeling rushes in. Yes. The place is on fire! What? Yes, the place is on fire, ma'am. You need to get out here as quick as possible. As the fire starts spreading quickly. Where's the rest of the hive? A lot of them have gotten out, but lots of them have been injured. As she attempts to flee the place. All the heroes... Well, look what we have here. As she starts to wake up. Why, hello, sister. As she looks around and sees three of her sisters. What are y'all doing here? It seems you took quite a beating. As weak as ever. As the yellow one beats over the one with purple hair. Now, don't talk about her sister like that. I have to agree with Big Sister here. Don't talk about Chrysalis like that. Quiet down, Pin. No. Calm yourself. What? The heroes must pay. After all, they may have gone after our sister, who's one of our weaker ones. But they're attacking our family, so we should pay them back in full. Yes, but let's gather all together before we discuss that. I don't see why not. We gather all the changelings and we do a full-fledged attack. We shall not strike until we've all gathered for a meeting. As the oldest, I've discussed. Fine. You have your way. The yellow one has convinced the other sister. As Pin helps Chrysalis up. I'm glad you're alright, sister. It's good to see you again, Pin. As Pin is in the room, is helping. I see you've been busy and have been injured. I'm glad I could come and help you. Where's our... I'm guessing yellow and the other one of our sisters left. Yes. What about white? How is she doing? She's doing alright, with her hive in particular. Although, I was kind of worried for you. We had lost contact with you for the past 20 years. Once I heard one of your changelings arrived at my castle, I sent for my other sisters. So one of my subordinates came to inform you. Yes. And then I sent out to inform my other sisters, who tagged along. What happened? The heroes attacked me. Figures. They never want to talk things out. Violence is what they speak. They shall pay For them attacking me has pretty much declared war. I understand, sister, but if there's any option, we should delay or at least stop this. Look at me. I'm in barely any shape to fight, as well alone move. One punch sending me shankly through a mountain was enough to almost break every bone in my body. If it wasn't for my changelings sending me energy, I would have probably been dead by now. Yes, I understand, but your rage is going out of control, sister. I suppose you're right. Until I recover, I suppose we shall not do anything. As her other sister comes in, that shall not do. They dare attack you, we should strike back immediately. Well, we just have to wait and discuss that, won't we? I suppose you're right. See you two later. As she leaves, I really don't like this idea. Calm down. After all, I never said this was going to be the full plan. All right. I shall leave you two to get some rest, sister. Thank you, Pin, for coming. Of course. What sisters for, after all? As Pin leaves, as a changeling comes in. Ma'am, all your sisters are currently in the castle. All 4 of them. Thank you. Those heroes had to come and strike me, especially when it was about time us to gather energy. Yes, ma'am. If it wasn't for your sisters' hives helping us out, I think our hive may have been completely wiped out. Especially with you in this state. Yes, I'm aware. Also, I need to report this in the next meeting. What is it? That All Might fellow has the same power as Nana Shimura, the same one that injured me 20 years ago. No wonder my body got several injuries from just one blow. He was obviously aiming to end the fight with one single strike. He managed to do that. But he didn't manage to kill me, which will be his downfall. I'll be meeting with my sisters to talk later when I've recovered on what we'll do. How is Green? Where is he? Oh, Green. He got severely mad after the attack and with the fight with Endeavor. Right now, he's secretly attending UA as a study course student. Green going off on his own for a secret mission without any orders. How unlikely of him. Although he's probably enraged. So this will be interesting. I do have to inform you, Queen Chrysalis. What is it? A lot of our forces are injured and not really in the condition to fight. Have them rest. We need to recover. Very well. As all the 4 sisters meet, why did you call us all here, Yellow? To come talk about our sister's condition. Yes, I heard of our sister's condition. From Pin, it seems that she was severely injured by All Might. Them attacking her hive like this is unforgivable. I agree, sister. But we should take them out right away. We do a full-scale attack on the Hero Safety Commission. We should attack them straight away. After all, Them attacking our family is nothing more than a death wish. Calm down. We'll discuss this at the meeting we'll have all together, including with our dear sister. I just really just hope that this doesn't end in war. I know you wish for this not to end in bloodshed, Pin, but at this rate, they're obviously going to be looking for her. We must take care of her until she recovers. We have a duty as her sisters to look out for each other. Yes, I agree. That's why I will let her stay at my place. Really, Pin, you're allowed to let Chrysalis stay at your place. Yes. Her and her hive can stay with me as long as she needs. Very well. With that, I really don't see anything else we can discuss at the meantime. Well, I do. As Yellow and Pin leave. As White and one of her changelings stays behind with her other sister. So, you know what's happening, right? They dare attack our sister. Yes, they shall pay. I'll send a few changelings to show them what really happens when you mess with us. I figured you were going to do that, sister. Of course, as the eldest one here, older than you and Chrysalis, I must look out for my younger siblings. Tell the other changelings to prepare for a fight. We'll be showing the heroes soon what it really means to declare war. Yes, ma'am. I wasn't expecting you to take action. I thought I was going to be the first one. Listen, you're still unexperienced. Me and Chrysalis are the oldest. And with her in this condition, I must step up as I've always been in my hive, isolated from the rest. And Queen Chrysalis has been the one that's really guided us, helped y'all. Well, I've isolated myself away. I think it's about time I help you. After all, I am the oldest. And I cannot bear to see my younger sister in such a condition. I can understand. With Chrysalis in her condition, she has no place to fight. Not as she is right now. Her injuries will heal soon. Hopefully, soon enough. Yes, I know. Just work on preparing your forces. I will do just that. Goodbye, sister. I must go. Ma'am, I've informed several of our forces. Good. Do me this one favor. Tell no one other than our forces about this. Of course, they will not say a word. Good. In the next meeting, we'll discuss. And the time for war will be upon us. They shall not go after just our sister and expect to get away with it. As we go to a familiar face that we haven't seen in a while. As we go to Bakugo and Aizawa training in the training field. As Green is hiding in the tree line, watching them. So this is the new generation we'll have to be fighting soon. It's better to grasp what we're up against. They dare attack my home. Injure Queen Chrysalis. And force her sisters to come and help her. But no normal blow could injure Queen Chrysalis. No normal punch is able to do that unless it's infused with something. As he remembers, that power from All Might. Queen Chrysalis said it was the same from Nana Shimura opponent she fought in the past that was the only one to injure her. Maybe that's the reason she was injured. As soon as everything ends, as the train, the ball throw, the sidesteps, I better start siphoning off their energy. At least to have them feel weaker for when the battle starts. I'll slowly and surely take away their energy. As he ciphers energy away from all of them without them even noticing. As Aizawa looks towards the tree line as he hides. Aizawa, do you see something? No. I thought I saw something. As all of them leave, that was close. I need to be more careful. As he disappears. And I really hope you all enjoyed part 1 of What If Female Deku was Queen Chrysalis. Make sure to like and subscribe.